Yeah, I'm done with it. So, if you ever wondering what time we go live, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell next to the subscribe so you get notified every time I get live or every time I go live or every time I upload a video. So make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. But good morning to everyone. Good morning, good morning. Peace and positive vibrations. We'll go live. We'll begin this build at the 2-minute mark. Give people about 30 seconds. If you don't got a pen and a paper and you want to pay attention or understand the energy for the day, make sure you get a pen and paper and apply the information to yourself. Peace and love vibrations to the planet. It's the Hoodmystic representing www.hoodmystic.com. Today we're going to talk about Friday in the Frigga Day. Frigga Day. The goddess of love. Okay. And so Frigga or Venus is approaching in opposition to Neptune. And this is a precursor to spiritual love versus existential love, and how are we going to bring those two together? So if we've been dealing with all of the other energy, hopefully we've been clearing and realizing some stuff, or we possibly have not been clearing and been trying to build a mansion on top of a landfill and dealing with the results. You got sewer backup, your pipes ain't clean and it just don't feel good. So hopefully we've been clearing, so once we rise to this opposition of Neptune and Venus, that existential love and that universal love is one. If we are subjective about how we feel and how we treat the world and how we treat our reality, then we may find ourselves in a place of abstraction and really confusion, because what we want is not what we have. But if we just simply are focused on our pineal gland, because that's what Neptune and Pisces fully represents, a fully activated, fully vibratory pineal gland, then we have something to work with. We have a goal. We have a positive outlook. Today is more or less a day of rest and relaxation. You shouldn't have that much to do today other than your normal stuff. So what are you going to do to express your universal love and your subjective love, and really come up with some examples or come up with some ways to interact with the earth and the energy that's around you? And it could be going to a movie or hanging out with the guys or hanging out with the girls, just doing something that shows who you love, what you love, and why you love it. This is very personal. So you should be able to do your own thing today. Even if you are in a relationship, even if you do have children, there should be something that could kind of free you to focus in on something that you love. Or if you can't get away from your children, then figure out something to do as a family, or just really use the energy of Venus, really use the energy of love today, and more or less in an active action state. And we want to talk about our dreams last night, because the moon was approaching a conjunction to Jupiter. And this is a real dark phase for Jupiter. Jupiter is more or less just got out of the fight for his life. And even though he's victorious, he still has these wounds. And so what happened last night was a trigger or a reminder of these wounds and the healing that still needs to take place as we approach Sagittarius, as Jupiter approaches Sagittarius, which is his home, which is his throne. And this is more or less the actual clearing or the actual emptying, so to speak. And so these dreams that happened last night are a ways that you can begin to empty that bag. It could be in a means of health. There are things that you can do to improve your health. There are things that you could better improve yourself, because the moon in Jupiter is opposed Uranus and Taurus, and Uranus and Taurus is very malevolent if you don't take heed to the seriousness of your life and your health and your relationships and your mental health and these things. Uranus will fuck your life up. And so like in the most extreme forms and cases, so Uranus will warn you. Always warn you. So you either take heed to Uranus's warnings or you suffer the consequences. So if you have a esoteric type of dream and it's like telling you some shit, really pay attention to what that dream is telling you and act upon it, because this is activated by a grand cross with Mars conjunct the South Node. So, and this is all in Aquarius, and this Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. And so Mars is basically, since it's not in proper footing, is not in good space, it has to do something even when there is nothing really to actually do. It just has to do something. And if you're not mindful of what you're doing, that's good, because more or less you're probably tapping into something ancestral, because it's conjunct the South Node. And when it's conjunct the South Node, it's not like something that you've learned in a book. It's just something that you naturally want to do, naturally feel compelled to do. You should do that because it will open up more realizations in the form of spirituality. This is all opposing the North Node in Leo, and this is your personal glory. So understanding when you act mindlessly and aloof or different, or I've been following the steps but now I'm going to walk along the forbidden path. This is good. This is opening up your spiritual self, because your spiritual identity is very personal and you may not read it in a book. You may not have anybody prophesy over you who you truly are. So it's important that you start to uncover who you are as the sun approaches the North Node. This is really a time of truth. And so that leads me into the message, the energetic message for today. As the sun approaches the North Node, as we begin to tap into our spiritual inheritance and who we truly are spiritually, how do we access this energy without investing a lot of money and time? And, what's the solution? What's a quick solution to really tapping into my spiritual power? Well, that my answer is forgiveness. Forgiveness of ignorance of the power that you are. Forgiveness of your spiritual identity. When we were born indicates the first moment where we were disconnected from our spiritual realization, because from that point we had been given a name, an identity, a gender, a race, a group, a house, all of that subjugation within seconds, and we forget everything that's true about us. So we have to forgive that. So you have to understand, you forgive yourself at that moment, and then everything subsequently is a result of that lack of forgiveness. And this concept is carried out in detail in Colin Tipping's book, Radical Forgiveness. But this is a powerful tool that you can begin to use to revisit your past trauma and pain. So as we talk about the moon approaching Jupiter and how to really get over, how to really finally clear all of the stuff, because even if you were clear on some stuff, but some stuff really get under your skin, you can really revisit it through the modality of radical forgiveness. And forgiveness isn't like a weak thing. Forgiveness is a powerful thing because you're actually giving yourself something in the future. Or is a future tense, and to give. So we are giving ourselves whatever we want. So if we forgive ourselves from a spiritual aspect, then we really tap into our power instantly. So we want to get out of pointing, blaming, judging, and really understand everybody is dealing with their karma. And so if it is your goal to live a prosperous, successful life, you have to start to attain to reach for dharma and your spiritual oneness and spiritual rightness in life, so you can get outside of dharma, outside of karma. Most people won't get outside of their karma because they're constantly doing things and constantly sowing things, whether it be negative emotions, whether it be mind control, etc., that are completely giving themselves up for karma. So if you're in the know and you understand your spiritual self, then it's important that you start to establish dharma for yourself. And dharma is really about choosing the people that bring out your spiritual best as opposed to being with people that you feel obligated to. So this is Friday. This is a day of love. So keep that in mind when you deal with people and you express your subjective love as opposed to your universal love. This is a spiritual thing that we're trying to attain, and not a, you did a real good job today in class. We want to really expand and expound on who we truly are. So we got to forgive ourselves of all the ignorance. And that's really all you have to do. It's not a big major thing that has to happen, but especially when we talk about pain, anxiety, fear, stress, trauma, all the negative things that we could muster to say, Hoodmystic, I've been through this. Well, that's how you're looking at it. So we have to begin to look at it differently, change the energy around our past so we can change the energy of our present. And so our future will be much different. And this thing, even if you heard this before, if you're not implementing it, then you need to implement it, because it's one of the things that truly works when understanding spirituality and actually manifesting in law of attraction and all of the good things that possibly could happen to you. If you are still salty about some shit, then it don't really fucking matter. So we gotta really clear ourselves and heal ourselves for real. For real. It's Friday. It's love day. The Priestess. So we all have an ability to see through the veil. And if we are utilizing that ability to see through the veil, then good. If we are not utilizing the ability to see through the veil, then you won't experience any prosperity. It's all about being able to see beyond the curb or understand the different vibrations that are happening and how to act upon them, to tap in. Oh, I should connect with him, or I should start this business, or we should chop it up on this and maybe we could build on that. And it's really like, it, but are you going to reach out to those people? Are you going to do those things? Are you going to implement those systems? This is something that you need to deal with within yourself. You need to begin to meditate and take a step back away from your problems and take a step into, the void and into your power, so you can begin to see through some shit. Interstellar is a good movie to understand how to really tap into the Priestess card, to really go deep, 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 and almost feel like you're dying and come back on the other side to really have answers for your life today. Y'all remember, we still on the countdown, so we got the Chariot again. So just let you know, we still in Cancer, and it's still, what was that? 5, 4, 3. I think we had 3 more days of Cancer. So are you ready to align to your purpose? Are you ready to align to yourself? Because once you align to yourself, you are fully protected and fully guided. If you are following Anybody else, if you're following your mama, if you're following me, if you're following your wife, if you're following your children, your uncle, you're gonna be in some trouble. So it's always best to tune to yourself, deal with this Cancer energy. It ain't about emotions, it's really about, like, Neptune rules over Cancer for real, and that's really psychic energy that, like, emotions are something that you really need to pay attention to, as opposed to, you know not acting upon your emotions. If a person makes you feel bad, then why the fuck are you with them? Like, why are you around them? If you hate your job, why the fuck do you go? You're not getting paid that much. You're not living in a mansion. So you can downgrade to upgrade sometimes. So it's important to understand that. Cancer energy. And so, like, this is the Queen of Wands. So, like, the Queen of Wands, well, like the Princess of Wands, she's detaching from her animal instincts. The Queen of Wands is actually controlling her animal instincts. She's not, there's no real reason to attach. Whatever. If she want to get into some freaky deaky shit tonight, so be it. She has full control and full domain. And so if there's anything that you want to get into, anybody that you want to connect with, hook up with tonight, this is a perfect time to do it, especially if you feel it, if you're emotionally connected. And it doesn't have to be sexual. It could just simply be on the vibe tip. Let's listen to some jazz. Let's listen to some music, or let's do more than that. Like, this is really some important shit that you can really utilize as far as energy, as having some control over yourself. And the only way you know if you have control is to kind of put yourself in them type of situations. You can't really run from your fears your whole life. So if you have intimacy issues with men or women, you have to expose yourself to that energy, especially if you call yourself doing the work and doing the healing. You can't be doing the work and doing the healing and then isolate yourself from the situation and call yourself healed. The Queen of Wands is more of an exposure to your inhibitions. It's an exposure to your fear, and see if you have mastery over it. And if you don't have mastery on it, then you know what more you need to work on. And if you do have that mastery over it, then you can pat yourself on the back like, man, maybe I am growing. Maybe I am healing. Like, maybe I should keep on going with where I'm going. Whew. And so the Four of Discs, I wrote notes for these last three cards because I wanted to really get the message across. So the Four of Discs is the Sun in Capricorn. And so the title of the Four of Discs is Power. So I really want to show you how you get to that power, because if you look at this card, if y'all can see that with me. If y'all look at the bottom, it's like a bridge. Do y'all see that bridge over water? And so what is that bridge over water? And the Sun is in Capricorn. That bridge is actually the power. So we always are one place trying to get to another place. And so from that understanding, we have to understand, how do we get from one place to another? Let's look at this card further. And so we have the four elements in the four corners. And really that is unifying and really grounding yourself and meditating, damn it. Clearing and not being so focused and caught up in the regular mundane world. It's important that you really focus and ground yourself in the energy so you can really create that bridge. You don't have to meditate forever, but start your day out with some grounding and meditation, and as you go throughout your day, allow this energy to sustain you and to build you up. Use your own energy is what I'm trying to say. Six of Discs throughout the day. And I'm not talking about live your life as a monk, my dude. I'm just saying 30 minutes. You have 24 hours a day. If you got kids, you're an adult. So it's your responsibility to wake up 30 minutes, an hour before your damn kids. If your kids wake up at 7, wake your ass up at 5:30 to meditate, to start your day off. There's no real excuse not to meditate, not to ground. This is not like, I'm not trying to alter your whole reality. Like, it's very, very simple. And why would he do it? Why would you even think about doing that? Power. Six of this, success. The six of this is more of a mental focus. It's more of a, I've been saying it a lot lately, but it's more of a mind on your money, money on your mind type of card where you really are focused on the terrestrial. You're really focused on the earth type of stuff. And it's really tapping into your psychic energy too, because it allows you to be empathic. It allows you to feel for your success. Like, you know, just the conversations or the connections that you may have. You may be walking downtown and be compelled to talk to somebody, and that might lead you to that success. That's how you really show off your empathy. You don't show off your empathy by isolating yourself, posting hot memes on Facebook. You have to put yourself out there. This is Friday, the day of love. You should be forgiving yourself for all types of ignorance and be able to move forward with some fourth type of grace outside of your insecurities and be empathic, really feel, really be guided by intuition today. Guided by intuition, okay. We guided by intuition, but we're not getting led off a bridge. We're not getting led off a cliff. We are really getting led outside of time. We want to be outside of time because that's where the spirit is. So allow spirit to pull you out of time and not be so focused on the day-to-day mundane activities. In a nutshell, the power of allowance, the power of acceptance of what we truly want. There is some things that you may be wanting to acquire or bring into your reality. Have you accepted that? Have you allowed it though? You understand that the things that you want in your life, you are actually blocking them. So what are you going to do to unleash those chains? So it's the power of love, it's the power of forgiveness, it's the power of healing that we can actually begin to rise and bring ourselves up out of this internally. So I hope this message resonated with you and you vibe with it. Much love, much peace, much power. Peace to Oshun, peace to Erzuli, peace to Yemaya, peace to all the feminine energies, Barbello, Babylon, Venus, Frigga. Goddesses known and unknown, feminine energy known and unknown, to your mama, Ashe to her. Peace and love from the Hood Mystic for my family. So if you want to catch these lives and you don't want to miss these lives, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications bell. So anytime I go live, you'll be alerted on your phone or laptop. If you want to get in contact with me, make sure you go to www.hoodmystic.com. If you want to get a reading from me, make sure you check out the testimonials first and then go to the reading and consultations tab to see the pricings and things of that nature. If you want to donate to my channel, www.patreon.com/hoodmystic. From there, that's like a portal if you just want to get like monthly readings. Like every month, people just comment like their moon sign and a number between 1 and 9, and I give you like a quick monthly reading, and you know you can do that for $1 a month. So make sure you utilize that resource. And if you just want to donate to my channel, you like what I'm doing, paypal.me/TheHoodMystic or Cash App Hoodmystic38. Email is hoodmystic@gmail.com too. So if you want to contact me through that modality, that's available as well. But peace to all the gods and goddesses throughout the planet. Much love from me. I'll see you guys possibly on Monday. We'll just see how the weekend goes. I'm working on this Jupiter video, so after that, we'll just see how it goes. But peace and love from us, and we'll see you guys later.